Ken Jennings has failed to rule on a Jeopardy! Contestants' daily double guess in a questionable moment on Tuesday's episode. Contestant Elizabeth Devereaux's guess was met with silence for an odd amount of time, and some jeopardy. Fans argued the crucial clue was poorly worded. Ken, 49, is hosting the second week of Season 40's Second Chance tournament. The game show has invited back 27 previous unvictorious contestants for the first 3 weeks of its 40th season. The big winner each week wins $35,000 and advances to the first-ever Champions Wild Card tournament later in the fall. Last week, Parameswaran won the first slot in the subsequent tournament, and it was time to see who would join him. Elizabeth, a middle school teacher from Lawrence, Kansas, faced Morgan Haverson, a chief copy editor from Silver Spring, Maryland, and Rob Kim, an attorney from Portland, Oregon. Elizabeth initially lost in 38-time champ Matt Amodio's first game, so she seemed well-suited to do better this time. She came out swinging, doubling up on a daily double just before the first break. After the first round, Elizabeth hit $7,600, Morgan $2,000, and Rob $1,400, and Ken remarked, "Elizabeth's got a big lead." She kept going strong in Double Jeopardy and had $13,200 to Rob's $3,000 and Morgan's $2,000 when she landed on the second daily double. She decided to wager a sizable $5,000, to which Ken said, "Wow, pretty big wager. Sorry, that's just too long." The clue read, RFD, short for this, began in 1896. Previously, about 65% of Americans lived in the R area and had to pick up mail at the PO. Elizabeth quickly responded, "What is rural?" However, there was complete silence, and the daily double clue vanished from the screen as Ken didn't say anything. She was left with a confused expression, and the host didn't rule for at least 5 seconds. Elizabeth nervously laughed and said, "Oh, rural," before giving up, and the buzzer ran out. Ken finally said, "Sorry, I think that's just too long. We needed the full RFD. It's rural free delivery." She dropped to $8,200 and struggled after that, while Rob made a huge comeback, finding the last daily double, wagering $2,000 and getting it. Going into Final Jeopardy, the game was razor-thin with Rob at $9,800, Elizabeth at $9,400, and Morgan at $5,200. Final Jeopardy under historic geography read, of Spain's colonial possessions in the Americas. This 3,400 square mile one in the Antilles never gained independence, but did change hands. Morgan and Elizabeth were incorrect while Rob got it as Puerto Rico, jumping $9,001 to win with $18,801. Fans react to rough RFD moment. Fans were impressed Rob jumped from last to first in the final moments but felt for Elizabeth and discussed the costly clue. One fan posted to X, "At Jeopardy, why say this R? If you wanted the entire phrase. Too many clues are worded in a way that takes too long to decode." One Reddit user wrote, "Elizabeth had it in the bag but lost it on that USPS daily double." Another wrote, "I thought for sure Elizabeth had that, dang. But great comeback by Rob." A third argued, not knowing the final 2 words for RFD cost Elizabeth $10,000 and likely a big lead going into Final Jeopardy. But it wouldn't have been a lock game. Rob, with his standard cover plus $1 wager, would have still won with his sole get. A fourth knocked, dumb wager by Elizabeth, while a fifth argued as there were around 14 triple stumpers. The clues in this game felt exceptionally bad to me.